Good morning. It is July 14th, so 34th day on the TAT. We just left the Chimney Rock Campground, which is a National Forest campground outside of Prineville, Oregon. It's along the Crooked River in this fantastic volcanic canyon. And there are several campgrounds right outside of town along this creek. So if you're on the TAT and you need a place to stay, I definitely recommend it. Yesterday was great. We spent over 200 miles on gravel roads and jeep roads in the Oregon forest. I don't think we ever left the woods. It was quiet. We saw maybe 2 other people all day. Great part of the town. Then we dropped down into Prineville in search of Wi-Fi, and I was thirsty. So we found a local pub called Sons of Beer and plopped our butts down on the front patio. Now about 20 minutes later, right about when everyone got off work, we discovered that was a bit of a local watering hole. We were immediately surrounded by locals, everything from young couples all the way up to retirees. I will tell you that town seems to care very passionately about 3 things: fishing, horses, and politics. It was a colorful crowd, and I enjoyed just kind of being a fly on the wall. Didn't stay too long as we needed to find a place to sleep. So came up the canyon and found that fantastic campground. It was quiet. We chatted with 2 retirees by the name of Mr. and Mrs. Preacher, who have owned property in the area since the early 70s. So it had been and was an afternoon and evening of great stories and conversation. I don't know what today brings except Oregon. So, looking forward to it.
Pick me up, love. Pick me up, love. Every day. Pick me up from the bottom up to the top, love. Every day. Pay no mind to taunts or advances to take my chances on every day. Left to right, up and down, love. A push up, love, love. Every day, jump in the mud or get your hands dirty with love it up, every day.
Trip update. The dog has found a new spot. Originally, I thought it was just because she could see out the windows better because she was up so much higher. She's up a good 8 inches higher than she is in her bed. But she keeps almost falling asleep. So now I'm not really sure. What do you think, Derby? I don't know. Oregon, though.
Your hands filled with love, give it up, love, every day. All you need is, all you want is, all you need is love. All you need is what you want.
This has gotten slightly out of hand. Yeah. You can see how light that is. It gets everywhere. Oh dear. Yep.
What you got? Lay it down on me. What you got? Lay it down on me. All you need is, all you want is, all you need is love. All you need is what you want.
Good morning. It is July 15th, which is the 35th day on the Tat. I'm having to redo this video because I just got distracted by twin fawns. They were very cute. So today is our last day, as amazing as that is. I know I say this every morning, that the day before was fantastic and I enjoyed it, but yesterday was my favorite. I've been in Oregon before. I've been in Oregon on street motorcycles and a bunch in the big rig. So I've seen a lot of the state. But the level of immersion that you get on the TransAmerica Trail it's on a whole different level, and it's absolutely been my favorite thing about the trip so far. Now, to preface this, I've spent the last 2.5 years of my life utterly adrift. Everything took a completely unexpected and rather shocking turn, and I don't know what I've been doing, to be completely honest. I feel like I've just been zombie sleepwalking my way through life, which is not something I'm about. I've never lived that way. I'm always mindful to never let that happen. It has. I've just kind of been getting up and going to work and trying to plan things to get excited about, but I've just been floating. Yesterday had me feeling emotions that I haven't felt in years. It affected me in a way that I wasn't sure I could be affected again, if that makes sense. I don't know what to do with that. So I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna chew on it and see where it takes me. Yesterday, our camping plans went completely askew when we got cut off from the national forest that I was hoping to camp in by a ravine with no bridge. They were working on it, but there wasn't even, you couldn't. The road closed. Road very, very closed. Looking at the map, I couldn't see any obvious detours or Forest Service roads that I knew we could do in a truck this size. And it was late in the day. It was about 5:30, which is when I really start earnestly looking for a place to sleep. So we made our way to the next small town, which was Canaanville. I hope I'm saying that right. Canaanville, Oregon. It's about this big. It has one motel, which had rooms and thankfully was pet friendly. It was nothing to write home about, but honestly I was so exhausted that a hot shower and a clean bed and some air conditioning really was what I was looking for. I slept like the dead. Today we go to the Pacific. I can't wait.
Every day, every Looking back at the moments, black and white, I wouldn't change a thing that changed my life. For the worse, for the better. Man, I was gone, gone forever. She was a cut-off pepper sauce queen. Man, we were matches and gasoline. First taste of love never will.
Let's go to the Pacific Derby Talk. Ooh. It almost fell down. Check it out. We've been to both coasts. Okay, here's the next challenge. I want to fill this with that. This with that. Preferably without getting soaked. Derby. Derby. How are we going to do that? For those of you who said, dig a hole, you dum-dum. Well, great idea. Ocean. Ocean in bottle.
I was gone and I ain't back yet. I was gone, gone and I ain't back yet. Looking back at the moments, black and white, I wouldn't change a thing that changed my life. For the worse, for the better. Man, I was gone, gone forever. The laughs, the smiles, the trials, the tears. It's
Well, we've done it. 7,069 miles, 35 days. Cape Lookout National Seashore to Port Orford, Oregon, which evidently is the most western town in the continental United States. Interesting thing. I read it on the back of a postcard. I feel like I should have some words or some sort of closing thought. I don't. I don't. just this. So we are headed back up into the woods now to a spot graciously recommended by a local. I'm gonna mix a drink and eat some local fish and chips that I picked up, and I'll see you guys up there.
what got me here. What got me here. She was a straight out of Hollywood smile. We missed it all by a country mile. Went out one night for some cigarettes, and I was gone and I ain't back yet. I was gone, gone.
So in Colorado, when you're up high in the mountains and you look out and you can see, over maybe the next ridge or two, and then I'm gonna turn in here, and then you see just flat, nothing but flat. Well, that's Kansas. So up here, whenever you look out over the mountains and then you can see past them and it's flat, that's the Pacific. That was really cool. Okay, I'm gonna find a place to camp in this gorgeous grove. See ya.
I ain't back yet. I was gone.
So you recognize this? Yep. Well, the truck got to sticker tires in the Atlantic, and well, Pacific was a little bit harder. So we'll have to bring the Pacific to her. There you go, sweetheart. Job well done. Finally figured out what to say. And as tacky as it is, it's the best I can come up with.